Good morning, everybody. This is your sign to increase your capacity instead of doing 1,000 breathwork meditations every day. A lot of us are not able to handle life, and the more you want out of life, the more overflow you're going to have. I specifically say overflow and not overwhelm because I don't want you obviously overwhelmed. And so when you are living the life in your way, you need to have the capacity for overflow, which feels like overwhelm. Because what does overflow mean? It means like what? If anything overflows over let's say you're pouring some water in a glass and it overflows, what's happening? It doesn't have the capacity to hold, right? And so what helps you hold that capacity is systems as well as your own nervous system capacity. And so when I worked on my nervous system capacity, oh my God, it was a great shift in the way I related to people, places, things, business, etc. And I became a calmer mother, a much better daughter, much better person, much better business oriented mindset. I had a much better business oriented mindset because I was like, oh, it's not about me. It's really not about you. Like, this is, and I know you've probably heard this 1,000 times, like, whatever people think is about them, it's really like that. It's none of your business what people think. It is none of your business. It is exactly how they feel about themselves. How many times have you met somebody and they literally tell on themselves? The other day, somebody told me, uh, maybe I shouldn't give such a specific example, but so many times people are like, okay, look, let's not make this process miserable. And it's like, that is their intention. They are right now telling you their intentions of making this process miserable for you because why are you saying that? Why didn't you just say, let's be amicable, let's be friendly, let's be. No, you said, let's not make this process miserable. Be careful of the semantics and the words and the language that people use because this is literally hypnosis. What is hypnosis? Hypnosis is words. Words placed in a certain way. And so be very mindful when people are telling on themselves. Like, they are literally telling you what they were saying and what they're planning to do. So, anywho, capacity decides who scales and who stalls. And this is not just for business owners, this is for anybody. If you want to go anywhere in life, you have to work on that capacity. Capacity for overflow, capacity for frustration, right? That's a big one. Capacity for anxiety, capacity for ambiguity. All of this is what requires a business to become great. All of these business owners that you see, they're like bumping and whatever, like they look very confident. It's because they've tackled that. They have increased their capacity, and that can take years or it can take a shorter amount of time. And I work with the shorter amount of time because I don't have years. I don't have years to waste. Years of anxiety, years of depleting my body more and more and more until I'm in the hospital. I don't want to do that to myself. I fast track this. Obviously, it's not super fast track, but it's fast tracked enough for you to see the difference, for you to increase your capacity and feel different. Increasing capacity is very important when you want to make the world, help shape the world, impact the world. Why do so many celebrities die? Why do so many of them get into drugs? Why are there so many people in the 27 Club? Because they did not get to increase their capacity. Essentially, it's not their fault that they died. I mean, nobody knows how to increase capacity. Nobody tells you. Instead, they tell you either don't be successful and just do breath work and work on anxiety. Like, if you're so anxious, don't do you can't do business. And I'm a very anxious person naturally. However, I also really love business. And I understood that, and I was like, listen, you need to work on your anxiety. You need to work on the ambiguity and being okay with it. So now what I do, and you've probably heard Layla Hormozi talk about this as well, where she says that whenever there's like a fire in my business, I just think, is this a garbage fire which will die on its own? Is it a curtains are burning, or is it like a full-on explosion? And that is exactly how I started treating my anxiety. I started to think, is this a garbage whatever in the garbage fire where I can contain this in my belly? And usually it is. So now what I do is I feel that anxiety in my gut, in my belly, and I still take action because I'm rewiring myself. I'm rewiring my brain, my body, which is more, by the way, rewiring your body is so much faster than rewiring your brain. Because rewiring your brain, it needs like, I think, 300 times more repetition than the body. That is why meditation works. That is why somatic works so much faster. Somatic works faster because your body learns really quickly. Your body learns really quickly who is safe, who is not safe, where you feel amazing, where you don't feel amazing. Your body learns that really fast. And so that's what I do with my clients. Obviously, I work with them somatically, but I also show them that if you want to increase your capacity to feel like crap most of the time. And I don't mean that in a negative way, because when you can increase your capacity to feel crap and hold it in and nothing bad happens, nobody dies, you now make more space for joy to come. You've probably heard that saying where it's like, you're not healing to handle the pain, you're healing to handle the joy. You are healing to handle the joy. A lot of us are. Lately, I've been through a tough situation and I realized how much more grateful I became after that. Now I can sit in a corner and watch a YouTube video or not, just enjoy a cup of chai with no one bothering me. And I feel fine. I feel great. And I know had I not been through this situation, I would not be reaching this level of solace and peace. So alhamdulillah for everything, truly. Because if it wasn't for this, I would not be able to find pockets of fulfillment, pockets of satisfaction, pockets of peace that comes with being a business owner, right? You want those pockets? You better get ready to deal with the stuff that's hard and teach your body that it's okay. It's okay that it's hard because you don't die. That's what matters. So in 2026, we are not just breathing more and meditating more. We are also increasing our capacity, which requires difficult emotions almost on the daily, being so used to them, not numbing them with vices, with phones, with addictions, with worrying. Just sitting with it, you will be surprised by how many emotions can just leave your body if you just sit for 3 to 5 minutes and breathe through them. You would be surprised. Your whole day could change, your whole life could change. So in 2026, we are not distracting ourselves from our problems. We are handling them and increasing our capacity to feel more so we can handle more, so we can handle the joy that we are seeking in every place that we go. Because at the end of the day, whether you are rich or you are poor, we are all seeking the same thing. Whether we admit it or we don't. We are all seeking fulfillment. We are all seeking joy. We are all seeking a way to move forward that doesn't take too much out of us, literally take the wind out of us in a way. So I hope that this video helps somebody out there. Even if it's one person, I would be happy. And I will see you in the next one.